Yo, what up, people? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, this audio, I'm titling it, Do What You Learned. So, basically, what this means is, if you are trying to achieve a goal, if you're trying to make things happen for yourself, if you're trying to improve your life, what you basically have to do is you need to do what you learned. So what that means is that whenever you learn how to do something, or whenever you get some information on how to make things happen, then you have to do it. You have to put it into action. See, the reason why a lot of people don't get to certain, places in life where they don't see certain results is because they do not do what they learned. So, for example, let's say if you have someone who's out of shape and they're like, I want to get in shape. And then, they read a book and it tells them, okay, you got to go to the gym and do this, and you got to eat this, and you got to, do this many times a week or whatever. So what the person does is that they learn what they need to do in order to get in shape, but then they end up not doing it. So a lot of people know what they need to do, but then they don't do what they learned. So it's really about the action. The action of you actually doing what you learned is what's going to get you the result. So basically, whatever you want to accomplish will happen, but it's only going to happen if you do what you learn. So it's really up to you to make that happen. So if you want to achieve your goals, if you want things to, go well for you, you have to do what you learn. So let's say someone's trying to start a business. You probably talk to people who own businesses, or you researched it. You read books about it. You've seen programs about what you need to do, the type of things you need to get. And then what happens is that, some people, they want to start a business, but then they learn all these things about starting a business, and then they don't do it. They don't apply those things. They don't do the stuff they need to do in order to start that business and get it running. So when you don't do that, then you're not going to achieve your goal. But if you do these things, then you are on your way to starting your business and making that happen. Same thing goes for, dating and relationships and all that other stuff. I hear a lot of people, a lot of men, a lot of women, say that, oh, I'm not getting what I want in my dating life. Guys are like, oh, I'm not getting these girls. Women are like, I'm not, finding the right man, whatever it is. And a lot of times you get advice, you read up on these things, you learn certain things, but then you don't do what you learned. So, guys, they learn about how to approach women, how to talk to women, how to do this, how to do that. And then they don't really actually do it. They don't take action. Women, they hear what they're supposed to do in order to keep a man interested, but they don't actually change anything. They don't take action to, change what they need to change and do what they need to do to get that man. So if you do not do what you want, if you don't do what you learned, then you're not going to basically get what you want. All right. So why the hell don't people just do it? That's the question you're asking. Or you're probably asking, why do you not do it? Think about that, because I know that, you're listening to this and there's something that you learned, something that you know about, something that will get you in the right direction. You might not know everything, but you know enough to where you can start going in the direction to get what you want. So, for example, if you say, I want to start my own business, you read this book, you've read these books, you've, talked to these people, you got to get A, B, C, and D started. Why haven't you started it? Why are you not doing the things you learned? Now, a lot of times what happens is that people, they get scared and think that they might not do it right, or they're going to fail. So what happens is that people find comfort in just learning it so they can feel good about saying, well, I learned this, I know it, But when it comes to taking action, they're scared to take action. Because if you take action, then you're actually doing something. You're actually doing what you learned, and then that starts the process. But the thing is that people have a fear of failure. They're scared that, okay, well, I might not do it right. This might not, it might not go the way I planned. And I don't want other people to see me fucking up or whatever. So then this is why a lot of people don't do what they learn. You understand? And, the thing is this: if you really want to get results, if you really want to achieve your goals, if you really want to make things happen for you, you have to do what you learned. You have to take what you learned and apply it and really take action. That's what it is. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to fail. It's okay for shit not to go the way that you expect it to go, but if you do not do anything, you're going to end up in the same place. See, the consequence of not doing what you learned is that you're going to be basically in the same spot that you're in now. And what's even worse is that the fact that you do know what you should do, or you do know the direction that you should go in, that's going to kind of fuck with you, on a psychological level, because it's one thing to not know what to do or not learn something and not, just be ignorant of something, because since you didn't know, then it's like, well, you were kind of wishing, I was hoping I can start my own business. I was hoping I can lose weight, but I just don't know what to do. Or I was hoping to, find a girl, but I don't know what to say to girls. Or, I'm hoping to get a boyfriend, but I don't know how to keep a man. If you don't know, that's a different thing, or you haven't learned it. That's a different thing than you actually knowing, because once you know and then you don't do it, then basically you're saying to yourself that you're just basically bullshitting yourself. So it's really, like, what you should do. You've learned certain things, but you're just not taking the action because you're scared. And that's going to mess with you. You understand? So not only the consequences of you not doing it being, say, for example, you not going to the gym, you're not going to get in shape, or you might get even, more out of shape. Or if you're not starting your business, you're not going to, start it. You're not going to be making any money. You're going to end up working for other people for the rest of your life. You're not understanding the dating game. You're going to be single out here. You're going to not really be fucking with anybody. So on top of all of that, those things are going to happen. But also you knowing that you actually could do something about it, and then you not doing something about it, that's going to, show that you know what I'm saying, are procrastinating, that you are scared to do it. All these other things are going to be piled on top of the fact that you're not getting you're not achieving your goals, and you're not doing what you learned. You're not going in that direction. You understand? Because, see, once you know it, now it's really no excuse. And the reason why it's not happening is because you're not making it happen. There's nobody standing in your way. You can make it happen. You have the power to make it happen. You have the knowledge to make it happen. You know how to do it. You've learned how to do this. So why are you not doing it? And what a lot of people try to do is, they kind of like, they'll kind of pretend that they're doing something, but they're not really taking action. So, for example, somebody might say, I want to lose weight. And then, they know, okay, well, I got to go to the gym. I got to start eating some stuff. I got to start eating right. And then they'll do, little slick shit. Like they'll go to the gym and they'll work out for 5 minutes. Don't really break a sweat. And then they'll go get some food, some greasy ass hamburger shit, but then then they'll get a little salad on the side. And then when they're not losing weight and when shit ain't going for them, they be like, but, they told me to go to the gym and I went to the gym and they told me to eat right. I was eating salad. You see what I'm saying? Like they do that shit. So it's kind of like they're trying to, bullshit the shit that they learned. They're trying to be on some, well, I'm doing what I learned. I'm doing what they said, I followed the instructions. I looked at the manual. I did this, but you're not really doing it. You're still bullshitting yourself. So what you really need to do is you really need to learn what you need to do, and you really need to apply it fully. Don't half-ass it. You know what I'm saying? You have to really apply it, because that's how you're going to get results. That's how it's going to happen. It's not enough just to learn it. You have to apply it. You have to do it. You have to do what you learn. All right? So that is it. So if you guys have any questions for me, hit me up at askmrlocario@gmail.com, and I will holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.